I called that shit. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Avengers Endgame. I called that title so fast. I called that title. And I'm actually at the airport right now. I'm supposed to be flying into Akron, Ohio, to visit my girlfriend. But my flight was delayed, postponed, all that kind of shit. So I'm just flying directly into, I just booked another flight, just flying directly into Cleveland and just drive down there to see her, which will actually get me there earlier, which is kind of a cool thing. So, very cool thing. So, okay, so Avengers Infinity War, Avengers 4. I'm excited, man. Like, I like the idea that it's going in the direction that it's just like, things are really, really bad, right? Because it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense if, like, half the life in the universe gets blinked out of existence, and they're like, but I mean, things could be worse, though. You know, like, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense if that was the case. So it is kind of cool. But looking over the trailer, like, Hawkeye looks amazing as Ronan. I love Black Widow's line. Like, Thanos told us exactly what he would do, which is exactly what he did, and he wiped out half the life in the universe. that was pretty cool. Honestly, there's not enough to really know what's going to happen in the movie. It's just that the trailer is exactly what a trailer should be. Hey guys, so like here's an idea of what the movie's about. Shit's dark and pretty much all hope is lost. So it's pretty cool, and I really enjoy that part of it. You know, I really enjoy that element of it. If I were a gambling man, you know, if I had to place some bets, you know, on what direction things are going, God, I don't know. I mean, let's find somewhere to sit down for a second, because we got about another hour and a half, 2 hours before my flight actually boards, or before it takes off rather. So we got a little while. What is this, gate B28? Okay, yeah. So we got a little while. So, all right, let's take my backpack off. Oh man! All right. So if I was a gambling man, if I were going to be a gambling man here, it'll basically be what amounts to like the new Avengers, essentially. You know, you have the original Avengers team, basically. You know, those characters are back. I mean, that was really the big thing that came out of Infinity War, was that it was just the original Avengers who were left. But they're not enough to defeat Thanos, so they never were. Which means that either the entirety of the film hinges on Captain Marvel. Either it's just going to be one great big huge, hey Captain Marvel, we love you video, or movie, which is fine, I guess, you know, or something else is going to have to happen. Carol Danvers is cool. I'm excited to see her film. The issue that I have here is it doesn't make any sense to give her a solo film that highlights her character and then, you know, 6 months later, put her in another film that highlights her character yet again. Like, the Avengers film is an ensemble film. It's not a solo film. So it's designed to focus on each character equally, except for Iron Man, because, you know, it's Iron Man. So outside of that, like, it wouldn't make any sense to basically create 2 solo movies featuring Captain Marvel. I think that she'll be a powerhouse against Thanos. I think she'll stand a better chance of defeating him than anybody else. I think she'll come the closest to defeating him, but I don't think she'll outright beat him. Or at least she won't be the one to fix everything. I think that, you know, it can go either way, right? Like, we know that Scott Lang is in the movie, which begs the question: how did Scott Lang get out of the quantum realm? Now here's the thing. So the quantum realm in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is not like anything else. Like, my initial thought was that it was basically the microverse. That was my whole idea. I was like, okay, so basically the quantum realm is a microverse. Like, it's just a super small, you know, universe that exists out there. You know, no, it's a realm. It's a dimension. So here's how this works. So in Marvel Comics, imagine you have a circle, right? Like, and I use this example when we were talking about the One Above All Tomorrow during the Too Powerful for the Marvel Universe movie series. But imagine you have a circle. And imagine that circle is called, you know, MCU. That's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is what that circle is. Inside that big circle, you have smaller circles. A smaller circle might be Asgard. Another small circle might be the realm of Dormammu, the Dark Dimension. And another small circle might be the Quantum Realm. We don't know what the Quantum Realm's about, and that's the biggest problem. We don't really know what it's about, what it's capable of. We don't know if it's pure energy. We don't know if that's where the Enigma Force is, right? Like, the Enigma Force is basically this force of energy that it bonds itself to a person, and they become Captain Universe. They can pretty much do anything. Yeah, they can do almost anything they want to. Transmute matter, all that kind of cool stuff. Fly, energy production. Like, it would dwarf the power of Carol Danvers. We don't know if Scott Lang has that. We don't know if the Quantum Realm is this realm that allows people to act, if it's like a hallway of doors, if it's like the Imcron crystal, basically, right? You know, like in Marvel Comics, you have what's called the Imcron crystal, and the Imcron crystal is a literal hallway of doors. Like, you have in the center of it, you have the white hot room, which is where the Phoenix Force hangs out. But but it's basically a hallway of doors. You can enter the Mcron crystal and access any other universe from the Mcron crystal. We don't know if that's the case. The Negative Zone is the exact same way. The Negative Zone in Marvel Comics is pretty much the same way, except it houses like an actual universe with aliens and so on and so forth. There's life in there. But with the quantum realm, we don't know if that's the case. The quantum realm would allow its user to access, to basically create portals that would allow them to access any other universe in existence. And if that's true, Scott Lang holds the secret to freeing everybody from the Soul World. So, I don't know, maybe that was his way out. I honestly have no earthly clue. I have no idea. Maybe Tony Stark creates Infinity Stones. Maybe they invoke time travel. I mean, honestly, I would say the cosmic entities will probably step in. Or the Living Tribunal will probably step in. It creates an imbalance of magical energy. I'm not really sure. There's any number of ways they can go, because we know the cosmic entities were the ones who created the Infinity Stones, right? So like Eternity, Infinity, Oblivion, Eternity, Infinity, Entropy, and Death were the ones who created the created the Infinity Stones and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm pretty sure that's right. And because they were the ones who did that, then it turns into, what happens if they want to take their power back or something like that? What happened to them in the first place? Are they still there? Are they gone? Do they just not care what goes on? I mean, we don't really know what the case is with those guys. But the fact remains that there's a litany of possibilities here in terms of how this movie can end. I mean, I personally would want to see like Avengers Forever, basically. Like, give me Avengers Forever. Like, I would want to see that, where they invoke the Time Stone and they bring in Avengers from the past, the present, and the future all together to fight against Thanos. Like, that'd be pretty awesome. It'd be too convoluted for this movie, but it would still be pretty cool. Honestly, I don't know how it'll end. I mean, there's not enough information to make a guess. There's just not enough information here to be able to figure out how this movie's going to end. It's not possible. It's too crazy. There's too much going on. It's just too, I don't know. It's just, there's not enough information there to be able to make a guess on how this film's going to end. I mean, personally, if they invoke time travel, I think Steve Rogers will stay in the past, right? Like, they'll invoke time travel, they'll go back to like World War II, or they'll somehow pass through World War II, and Steve Rogers will stay there. So Scott Lang in the quantum realm. All right, Scott Lang shrunk down in the quantum realm, and that's where he is right now at the time that I'm making this video. But between Avengers Infinity War and Avengers 4. Now, let's say he learns to harness the power of the quantum realm, or at least navigate it, like understands the basics in which it works. Now, at that point, let's say he learned how to create like portals to places, right? Like, the quantum realm is a realm that allows its user to access all space and time. So you can go anywhere throughout the history of the universe and in the universe at the current moment by traveling through the quantum realm, right? So you can go 50 years in the past to the other side of the universe, or you can go 1,000,000 years into the past on Earth. You can do all these different things inside the quantum realm. What if that's the case? Like, what if that's what happens? And he figures that out, and he goes back to them. He goes to the Avengers and says, we can fix this. We can undo this. We can basically go back to the past and change things. And so, using the quantum realm, he travels into the past with the other Avengers. Captain America stays in the past. He decides to stay in World War II. He doesn't want to leave. He's like, no, I'm staying with my girl. I'm staying with Peggy Carter, and lives a life with her, right? Like, stays there. Now, what that does is it gives him the ability to go back at any point in time and retrieve him, and to say, hey, look, we know you wanted to stay here, but like, we need you now. Like, we have to have Captain America, because we need a guy who can punch really hard. But nonetheless, there's a lot of things that you can do with the movie. God, I will say this, man. Hawkeye looks badass, though. Like, that's what's so interesting to me. Hawkeye looks so bad. I feel like Hawkeye's a guy that nobody ever really takes seriously. He's just like kind of the guy who's there. And in reality, he's just a guy who's really accurate. He's a super accurate guy, amazing at darts. But and it's kind of like, okay, but like, they dumb him down. They kind of play him down. I feel like he could potentially be a guy who changes things. Like, Hawkeye gets the Infinity Gauntlet. Like, that would be cool. Because all the people that I pegged to get the Infinity Gauntlet in Avengers 4 are gone. Like, I was like, okay, well then Black Panther will probably get it, because he's super smart. He knows how to use it. Black Panther's gone. Well, then Spider-Man will be a really good tribute. Like, give it to Spider-Man. Like, that'd be a cool thing, where it's like, this kid with great power must come great responsibility, and he learns the true meaning of the phrase and so on. He's gone. Like, he was dusted. Like, everybody except the original Avengers is just dusted, gone, and dead. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious. How do you guys think this is going to unfold? Let me know down in the comment section. How do you guys think this will end? Because I'm really curious to see what theories you guys come up with. I mean, this is me off the top of my head, sitting in an airport with no time to really sit down and analyze the trailer and figure it out. Just kind of me talking, and whatnot. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. By the way, I shaved. Look at me. I look good when I shave. don't look very good on camera, I don't think. But I look good when I shave. But anyway, guys, there's birds in here somewhere. Anyway, guys, we're going to bring this video to an end, and I will catch you all later. Peace.